Hi class, we have this problem today. This is the second part of maximum and minimum values of a quadratic function. In each case, find the maximum or minimum value and the value of x where this occurs. In each of these, find the maximum or minimum value and also the value of x where this maximum or minimum value occurs. Okay, the first one says minus x squared minus 5x minus 6. We want to find the maximum minimum value. So let us try method 1. You will have to choose which of the methods you want to develop for your exams. All right, so we have minus x squared minus 5x minus 6. But we need two terms here only to complete the square. Yes, let me call this method completing square method. Completing the square method. All right. Now, when we are trying to complete the square, our first target is the coefficient of the squared term to be 1. You can see 1 here. According to mathematics, there is 1 here. But this is not 1 because there is a minus sign. This is minus 1. And for us to complete the square, the coefficient of the squared term must be 1. Whatsoever that is there instead of 1 or other than 1, we factor it. So let's factor out minus 1. So we have minus 1 out. So here is x squared. Whenever you factor out minus, change the subsequent signs. All right. But we want to stop here only these two terms. So this sign changes to plus. This also changes to plus 5x. Here is minus 6. We've succeeded in making this 1. What is the next stage? The next stage is that what is the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is 5. This 5, we multiply it by half. It's something we always do when we are completing the square. Having made sure that this is 1, the coefficient of x, we multiply it by half. Then we square it. And this one will further give us 5 times 1 is 5 over 2 with a square. I know we can simplify it further for it to become 25 over 4, but we reserve it for subsequent steps. Now we say minus. We have a bracket here, then we have here minus 6. And in this bracket of two terms, we write x squared plus 5x. The reason I leave the space here is this one. We add this 5 over 2. We subtract it again. We've added, we subtract it again. 5 over 2 squared. The bracket changes. Let me change it to this. So now we say minus 1, 2, 3 will give us one bracket. This base here is x. This base here is plus 5 over 2. If the sign inside here is minus, it is that minus used. So we say square, then we continue with minus 1, 2, 3, give this one. If you expand this, you will see the 5x. I know you are wondering why this 5x is missing. If you expand this, it will give you 1, 2, 3. So here we say minus 5 squared is 25 over 2 squared is 4 minus 6. Okay, I think let me remove this one. We already know that from the beginning of the video, you know it is computing square. So what we do now is this minus we multiply every time we have inside here. If this minus multiply this bracket, we have minus x plus 5 over 2. If this minus after this minus, we have plus 25 over 4. Then we have minus 6. So we say minus x plus 5 over 2. Oh, there is a square here. Okay. we give this one. The LCM of 4 and 6 is 4. 4 into itself is 1. 1 times 25 plus 25. 1 into 4 is 4. 4 times 6, 24. So minus x plus 5 over 2 squared plus 25 minus 24 minus plus 1 over 4. This is always what we want. We always want to express it to become x plus a squared plus b. This is always what we want. We always, if you want to find maximum minimum value, we express it to this form. Okay. Now, with this one, but the question is to find either the maximum or minimum. A particular point cannot be maximum and minimum at a time. So, are we going to have a maximum or minimum value? How do we know? From the question given to us, the function. Remember, this is a quadratic function, and the standard function for a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. So a is the coefficient of the squared term. So what is the coefficient of the squared term? Is minus. So our a is minus 1. Well, this minus 1 is less than 0. How do we know? Because it is negative. Minus 1, which is a, is less than 0. Why? How do we know? Because it is negative. All negative values are less than. So once your a is negative, it is less than 0. What happens? We have a maximum value. So we say the maximum value is equal to, what is the maximum here? The maximum is the one that is not within the bracket. This one is 1 over 4. And the question does not stop there. It further says, and the value of x where this occurs. So where does this one occur? It occurs at x equal to, go in the bracket, inside the bracket. Yeah, what do we have here? Plus 5 over 2. Change the sign to minus 5 over 2. So this is where the maximum value occurs. So this is the first method for problem 1. Let's see the second method. I hope you like it. Okay, I don't want to erase that. Now let's go to the second method, method 2. For method 2, what is our a? Our a is minus 1. What is b? B is minus 5. What is c? C is minus 6. I hope it is clear. So, but for the second method, you start with where the value occurs. So we say at what? X equal to minus b over 2a. Yeah, the value occurs. So let's start with whether it is maximum or minimum. A is what? A is negative. A is what? Is less than 0. A is less than 0. So that implies we have a maximum value. So this maximum value occurs at x equal to minus b over 2a. The second method is easy. So we say x equal to minus b. What is b? B is minus 5. We have a minus here, and b is coming with a minus 5 over 2a. What is a? A is minus 1. A is what? Minus 1. So this is minus by minus is plus 5. Plus by minus, minus 2, because 2 times 1. So this implies minus 5 over 2. So the maximum value occurs at this. You can see it's just the same. But for this second method, we started with where the value occurs. Now it is time for us to find the actual maximum value. Yes, the maximum value. So we say the maximum value is, now we go to the function, we say minus x squared. What is x? X is minus 5 over 2. Minus 5 over 2. But there is a square. Minus 5. X again. X is minus 5 over 2. Then we say minus 6. So we have a minus outside. Minus 5 squared is 25. over 2 squared is 4. Minus by minus is plus. 5 by 5 is 25 over 2 minus 6 will give this 1. So what is the LCM is 4. 4 into itself is 1. 1 times this minus 25. Okay. Plus 2 into 4 is 2. 2 by 25 is 50. 1 into 4 is 4. 4 by 20. 4 by 6 is 24. Yeah. So minus 25 plus 50 is plus 25. Plus 25 minus 24 is plus 1. So we have 1 over 4. So we can see the maximum value is the same as method 1. It occurs at the same value as method 1. So this is the first one. Let us go to the second one. You want to copy, always pause the video. Let's see part 1 and part 2. Their videos take more time because I only want to do part 1, part 2 of maximum minimum value. So the subsequent lessons will be going to something else. All right. So problem 2 says x squared minus 25. Yeah. But we want the first method to be completing the square method. But completing the square method, we need two terms wherein a squared term and a term with x in x. So what we say is, we say x squared plus, there is no term in x, so we can say plus 0x. This is minus 25. I hope it is clear. All right. So with this one, that is, we are doing method 1. I need a marker. Okay. So x squared, because there is no x term, we decide to say plus 0x, then minus 25. So as usual, we always want for the first method, meaning the method of completing the square, for the coefficient of the square term to be 1. But here we are lucky it is 1 already. So nothing to factor out. So since there is nothing to factor out, what else? We need the coefficient of x. Remember the steps according to the explanation. We need the coefficient of x, which is what? 0. This 0, we multiply it by half, as we usually do, and square. And everything becomes 0 squared, which is just 0. So therefore, we can say x squared plus 0x. What else do we do? We add this and subtract it again. I'm only following the method so that you understand the trend of the explanation of what? Maximum and minimum value. Yes, because once there is no 0x term, there is something we do, but I just want to give you a uniform explanation. Yes, I'm always concerned about the beginners. Then here is minus 25. So the first 3 terms will always give us one bracket. We have this one here, base x. We have this one here, plus 0 squared. Then here is minus 0 squared is 0. Then minus 25. So x plus 0 squared minus 0 minus 25 is minus 25. So easy. So with this, first of all, are we having a maximum or minimum value? Well, what is our a? Our a is greater than 0. Our a is positive. Our a is 1 and this one is greater than 0. So that implies we are dealing with minimum value. We are dealing with what? Minimum value. All right. So since we are dealing with minimum value, what is the minimum value now? The minimum value is the one that is outside the bracket. So say minimum value is equal to minus 25. Yeah, minus 25. All right. So, and the value of x where this occurs. So we say it occurs at x equal to minus b over 2a. Oh, sorry. This is the second method. It occurs at where? Go in the bracket. It occurs at x equal to. So if this is plus, we say minus. If this is minus, we say plus. So So this is supposed to be minus because here is plus. We say minus 0, but 0 cannot have a sign. So therefore, this will always curve at x. Yes, because there is no x term, because this is already this is what we call the when x is 0, then y is become this one. Yeah, that is the y-intercept. Okay, so this is the first method. Let's see the second method. So the second method, we need a. Yes, what is a? A is 1. What is b? There is no x term, so b is going to be 0 even when we borrowed it, this one. B is 0. And what is c? C is minus 25. Yeah. For the second method, we start with where the maximum or minimum value occurs. Yeah, so we say it occurs what? Let's identify it first. A is equal to 1. So this means A is greater than 0. What does that mean? It means we are dealing with a maximum value. When A is positive or greater than 0, the value is minimum. When A is negative or less than 0, the value is maximum. So this one is minimum. So now we say it occurs at x equal to minus b over 2a. So minus b. What is b? B is 0 because there is no x term over 2a. What is a? A is 1. So x is equal to 0 divided by anything else is 0. So you can see the same thing here, it occurs at x equal to 0. So what is this minimum value now? So we say minimum value is equal to what? We always substitute this one to the function. That is x squared. What is x? 0 minus 25, which is minus 25. You can see here is the minimum value started. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and comment. See my next video.